The Horgan family shared John with British Columbia, and now with his passing, we all grieve along with the Horgan family.
Former BC Premier John Horgan has died at 65 years old after a third battle with cancer. Horgan died Tuesday morning at Royal Jubilee Hospital in Victoria, according to a statement from his family. And he served as the Premier of British Columbia for 5 years before stepping down in 2022. And then he was appointed as the ambassador to Germany just last year. In June, he said he'd be taking leave from that new role.
I think for many British Columbians, he made them think differently about politics and about politicians.
The flags wave at half-mast at the BC legislature, where a day before his new MLAs are sworn in, Premier David Eby touched on Horgan's ability to connect with British Columbians who saw him as one of the province's most popular leaders.
He was accessible, he was fun and funny, and he was called Premier Dad, and rightly so. For myself, he was a coach and a mentor. He was an inspiration to me. He had advice when I needed it. He conducted himself with the utmost in integrity, and he brought a spirit of fun to his work that was infectious. And many of you will remember, too, he had a bit of a temper from time to time. And if you hadn't been yelled at by John Horgan, then you hadn't truly worked with him. I truly worked with John Horgan.
In a statement, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau described Horgan as a true progressive, a leader on climate action, affordable childcare and reconciliation. He championed the economy and clean energy, and he advocated for workers. During an unrelated press conference, Provincial Health Officer Dr. Bonnie Henry remarked on the former Premier's fight with cancer.
I had just heard that, and it breaks my heart. I don't know what to say. I'm just grateful that he was able to make it home. I've been in touch with him on and off over the last little while, and I know it was a very challenging diagnosis and that he'd been ill for some time. So making it back home is really important, and my thoughts are with Ellie and his sons and his family right now.
Horgan was at the helm of the BC NDP when the party made a political comeback in the 2017 provincial election after almost 16 years of the party being in what Eby called the political wilderness. Then, after calling and winning a snap pandemic election in September 2020, Horgan took on a second term, forming the first NDP majority government since 1996.
I'm pretty much in shock, yeah. It's, we were just with a few friends, we were just talking about him and wondering how he's doing, and we did hear that he was not doing well, but I would say it's still shocking that he's gone so quickly. He did so much work in a short period of time, accomplished a lot of our platform commitments. He made universal childcare a possibility. He really gave me the trust as his Minister of State for Childcare, built a foundation of a $10 a day, a universal, inclusive, affordable childcare system for all families, and that was totally new.
In a family statement shared by Horgan's former press secretary, they said the well-being of British Columbia and everyone in it was everything to John. He was surrounded by family, friends, and love in his final days. Ellie and the rest of John's family asked for privacy during this time of mourning. And with a nod to Horgan's love for Star Trek, the statement finishes with the words, "Live long and prosper." In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.